Quelland. Gascoigne just getting there in front of Grant. Quelland. Trying to link up with Moore, but Celtic have it with Donnelly, who was one of their better performers, we felt, in the first half. The first half in which Celtic had bags of possession, but not enough penetration. Canio. Quick feet, wearing the distinctive boots. Here's Tom. Already setting up for the same sort of shape to the game as we had in the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, plenty of possession in these areas. But can Celtic hurt Rangers when it really matters? And that's in the final third.
Lardner. Now Robertson. Albert's making a little dart into the central striking position. Robertson accelerating, but matched, importantly for Celtic, by McNamara. And Hoydonk and Di Canio waiting well upfield. Nothing coming quickly forward from Celtic. Patience very much the order of the day. O'Neill. McNamara again, one of the real bright young talents in the Scottish game.
Well, once again, they face 9 blue shirts banked up in front of the ball.
Off drawn out of the middle. And McInnes tucking in there to help clear. But Celtic have the throw. And surely there's got to be a spell in the second half when they will be able to put together more consistent pressure on Rangers at the back. Gascoigne, though, steering it away. Stubbs. Quite angle right for Di Canio. Here's Tom. And Hoydonk, the obvious target in the centre. Rangers do well to stop Tom whipping it in quickly. Gascoigne needed all the experience of Richard Gough really to cope with that one, which was suddenly fizzed rather back at his feet by the midfield man.
I actually think Celtic might like Rangers to have a bit more pressure, a bit more of the game. This is offside. It's a tight decision. I think it's probably right, but it was a tight decision. Because if Rangers do get a bit more possession, then it might mean that 1 or 2 get dragged upfield. And then it might mean that Celtic can actually break with a little bit of pace and find 1 or 2 gaps. At the moment, Rangers are being allowed, when Celtic get possession for the majority, to just funnel back, get that 3 centre-backs and 2 wing-backs tucked in as a 5, get the 2 blockers in midfield, and even Alberts and Gascoigne, to be fair, are doing their bit defensively at the beginning of this second half. Only Laudrup really being given licence not to do any defensive work.
Van Hooydonk. He's penalised. A little shove on Björklund. And there hasn't been much evidence of it tonight, but do you think this 9 in a row is actually getting to the players themselves?
Actually, talking to a couple of people today, I think both clubs will be glad when it's over, Mark, I have to say. I think it does get to you. Not the players as much, but it's the supporters that means so much to. And I think once it's all over, both sets of footballers will be particularly pleased, one way or the other.
Dallas having a word with Petric and Di Canio. A bit of afters after the earlier incident. And the distinctive footwear that belongs to Celtic's Italian. And so many players wearing blue shirts in that part of the pitch. Celtic trying to thread a miracle ball really through it. The forest of opponents. McNamara it was that time. thing is, for all the size of Van Hooijdonk through the centre, he's not the player who wants everything lumped in the air for him to try and win something in the percentage way. Oh, but Cleland is in a great position here for Rangers. Cuts it back for Laudrup.
Well, Andy Tom will be pretty pleased, Mark, because he just stood and let Cleland run in behind him. I don't know whether he thought he was offside, but he just stood and let him run. Cleland didn't need any encouragement. Look at Tom, he starts to go, and then he checks. He just stops. He's not offside, no way. And he shouldn't do that, he should be tracking him all the way. The only fortunate thing for Andres Thomas, for once, Laudrup's first touch wasn't what we've come to expect, assured.
No, Tom very much a player with attacking instincts. Not naturally picking up the defensive side of his job then. Di Canio. Well, there's space here for Celtic. Made by Di Canio's run.
Well, that's the first time, isn't it, Mark, that really Di Canio has been able not only to run at them, but to run at them in dangerous areas. Wonderful skill there, and now he's clear. The only disappointment, he hits the front man.
McNamara puts it back in again. Stubbs. Rangers quite happy to play on the break. McInnes, but it's given Alberts no chance to chase on. Andy, you said right at the start that it would be a big test of Celtic's concentration defensively. And certainly the game was shaped up that way, but Tom Boyd trying to exploit some forward areas in wide positions that he can do down one side, maybe McNamara down the other for Tommy Burns' team. Van Hooijdonk. Oh, that was Donnelly. It wasn't an easy chance.
He was always under pressure from David Robertson. But Van Hooijdonk, he works the space really well, just uses his body to create the space. And Donnelly's not got an easy chance. If he's hitting the target, he might well be hitting David Robertson. So he's got to really clear Robertson. But by clearing Robertson, he gets underneath it and doesn't call upon Andy Gorham to do anything. But just one or two signs, Di Canio's run, that chance there, that perhaps Celtic are just growing a little bit of confidence and belief more than anything.
Di Canio, Donnelly, McNamara is well forward. Celtic have got a lot of players in this attack. McNamara can't get the drop on Robertson, but Celtic continue to tally up the corners. That's not good enough. Well, they might log this as a first in the Old Firm. Neither wearing green or blue.
I'll tell you, there won't be many volunteers going to catch it about you.
What is it, a fox?
I think it is, Martin. 10 out of 10 for nature observation, Mr. Tyler. There is absolutely nowhere for the poor animal to go, that's the problem. We could be here a while.
Oh, I think he's had enough of the noise.
Well,
an unforeseen delay.
He'll have a story to tell when he gets home, won't he?
O'Neill! Trying to outfox the opposition.
Close. Again. It's another chance, O'Neill and Bjorklund. And this time O'Neill's ahead of him. He's a little bit unlucky. I think the ball's a fraction too high for him. He's at full stretch. And he can't get above it and get it down.
Well, Andy Gorham not taking the goal kick, maybe down to the hip problem. Walter Smith was very keen not just to play him because of the effect it might have on Celtic's morale, but to play him in a way that would not hamper his availability for forthcoming matches. There was a scenario being mapped out before this game started, because Celtic played twice more before Rangers' next league game, that Celtic might end up 9 points clear of the old enemy. No one's thinking about that at the moment. Rangers might be 3 points clear at the top.
It's quite fascinatingly poised, this match tonight, because Celtic have got such impetus in the game, Mark. You just wonder, if they were to get the goal, if they were to get the equaliser, could Rangers suddenly change the way they've been, really camped in their own half and start to put 1 or 2 attacks together themselves? Because having that head of steam, being on the front foot, well, you can imagine that if Celtic get one now, then they might well be able to create 1 or 2 more chances.
Rangers, of course, would then send on the other scourge of Celtic, Alistair McCoist. But here's Cleland. Moore making himself available well. Alves! Straight at the goalkeeper, and there might have been more in it for Rangers. Here comes Celtic.
Well, if Celtic have had all the pressure and all the possession, Rangers have had the chances. That's now 2 headers from Alves, and that one, I think, well, he could have done better. He's headed it straight at Stuart Kerr.
Well, that was clever play by Tom. He lured Moore into the foul. This was the chance.
It's a great ball in. Perfectly delivered. Alberts is onside, and from what? No more than 7 or 8 yards. He really should be doing better.
A let off for Celtic. Now they will want to make as much as they can of this free kick. Earned by Tom, taken by Donnelly. And the referee had a look across.
Just for a minute, Martin, watch this as it comes in and Tom and Richard Gough go for it. I mean, the complaints are that Gough's all over Andreas Tom. Certainly the arm was there. But they just look a touch unsettled, Rangers defensively, where they didn't in the first half.
Well, they're the masters of these smash and grab raids, Rangers. But they've scored unusually early in this game, and it's a long time to defend a lead. Canio is stopped in his tracks, and the Celtic fans are livid about that.
Well, my first impression was, once again, Martin, he was offside as the ball was played. There it's played, I mean, it's tight. He's on line, in fact. And you can see how late the linesman is. Now, on line and with doubt means let the forward go. Let the attacking player go. In that case, the linesman's wrong.
Half an hour to go in a match that won't settle the championship, just to remind you of that. But it will play such an important part, the result, in the whole mood of this fascinating contest between the two Glaswegian giants.
Well, it can't be long if it stays like this before you see Cadet come onto the pitch. I think it can only be minutes rather than, well, 15-20, Martin, because they need a goal, they need something to happen for them.
Di Canio trying to make it happen against Petric. Di Canio's cross, Van Hooijdonk. Di Canio up again, and his was the last touch, and it's a goal kick. The amplification of the noise here, I don't know how you're perceiving it back at home, but it is truly amazing, the atmosphere at Celtic Park tonight.
And the cheer is, Mark, I think Cadet's been called from behind the goal where he's been warming up, making his way along the touchline. And I just feel sure that he's got to change it, Tommy, if he wants something to happen.
Gascoigne. Paul Gascoigne's played with impressive composure. But he's stopped by Boyd, who went in with impressive determination. Tom going ahead of Tom Boyd. Here he is, Andreas Tom. Gough backpedaling. Tom's past him, and Andy Gorham has made the right goalkeeping decision yet again.
Well, football's all about making decisions. Whether you're a defender, whether you're a striker, And whether you're a goalkeeper, and once again, Goram's up to it. Tom makes a brilliant run and drives it across the face of the 6-yard box. But once again, Goram was there.
Counter-attack was orchestrated by Laudrup. Robertson, right-footed, tried to bend it. Stuart Kerr claimed it.
Well, there's one or two tired legs we might begin to see in the last half hour. That might open it up, and that might just prove an advantage to Celtic. Both warming up, McKinley and Cadet ready to come on.
Grant. McNamara. Tom. Rangers have regrouped well. Walter Smith will be happy with the shape of his side at the moment defensively. Forcing Celtic back, but now they've conceded rather unnecessarily a free kick. Petric on Di Canio, who was going nowhere when he was fouled. Off comes Brian O'Neill. On comes Tosh McKinley, wearing 12. Off comes Andy Tom. And Georges Cadet, the player from Portugal who's made such an impact in a short time here in Scotland. Back from injury, and maybe he'll be the catalyst for a Celtic revival here. McKinley lost his place when the Celtic side suspended after being sent off against Rangers in the last Old Firm clash at Ibrox.
Well, he'll go straight to left-back area. Tom Boyd, I think, will move into centre-back alongside Stubbs. And a straight swap, Cadet for Andres Tom.
Can Celtic grasp the nettle here? Rangers find a way out of trouble again through Laudrup and Gascoigne. The confusion there between Weghorst and McNamara, and Alberts gets it to Laudrup, and he gets it to Gascoigne, who's offside.
Lovely break. That's always a danger. I thought Laudrup was offside there, and I didn't think Gascoigne was offside there, so eventually got it right.
Bit of impeding of Van Hooijdonk by Björklund.
Well, there's no doubt he'll fancy this, Pierre Van Hooijdonk. I think it's a free kick, but it's the kind of range he'll fancy. But you do think from that kind of distance it's going to take something special to beat Goram.
The only thing against Andy Goram, he hasn't been able to do that much training. He is a man, as we all know, needs to keep in shape. But he's had a splendid return so far. Di Canio doesn't take the direct route. He spotted Tosh McKinley.
That was a decent ball.
Tommy Burns hopes that the supply from the left-hand side will get better. That's one of McKinley's strengths.
That was a decent ball in, Mark. I tell you, if you're a striker, all you want is somebody to get wide and do what McKinley does here. Put it in between the defenders and the goalkeeper. You can't ask for much better. It's perhaps a touch heavy, but no more.
25 minutes to go. That early goal for Rangers. And Celtic still have not been able to threaten, really, a reply for all the midfield pressure. Well, they've been able to knock the ball out in the middle third of the field. Just occasionally, Rangers have needed Goram, and he's been impeccable. Van Hooijdonk. There's Goff. Goram has the kick this time.
He dealt with that brilliantly. Couldn't believe that Richard Goff actually poked it back to him. That kind of distance, anything could have happened. But Rangers are just camped on the edge of the 18-yard box. And this match is just all about whether Celtic can break them down.
Van Hooijdonk, well won by Goff. Gascoigne can't get it very far away, but Alberts steps in. McNamara. Di Canio ahead of him down the touchline. Well watched. There's a bit of room here for Cadet. Now Donnelly. Weghorst, and Richard Goff got in the way. Cadet.
Well, what a
bit
captain's
rusty as the ball dropped, but Richard Goff spared Rangers the need of Andy Goram then.
That's a magnificent block. You talk about goals winning matches. But it's at times like this when defenders can actually win you a game. Goff gets attracted out there and Cadet slips him. But watch the way he gets back in. He's not intent just to let it settle. Vikos thinks, I'll pick my spot. And Goff says, no you won't. That's a magnificent block.
But are Celtic getting closer?
Well, I said it 15 minutes ago, there was a little aura about, a bit of uncertainty at the back there, and I still think it's there. They've been forced deeper and deeper back.
Well, Alberts was unlucky, then lucky, with a couple of ricochets.
I just think, man, we assume Rangers won't get another. They're certainly not going to go and look recklessly for another. Then the question is, and it will be until the end of the match, will Celtic be good enough to not only create an opening, but to get one past Gorham?
Cleland. Well, what they're doing in attack is really saying, well, can Laudrup on his own, with a bit of prompting maybe from Gascoigne. Alberts certainly has license to push on, but not too many others. McInnes. Here's Cleland. Gascoigne took that beautifully. The pass for Laudrup. Kerr comes off his line. Penalty. Penalty for Rangers.
My first reaction's a penalty, I have to say. There's no doubt Laudrup gets to the ball first. It's a magnificent pass from Gascoigne, so aware. Now let's have a look at this closely. I thought Laudrup got there. He does. The goalkeeper takes him. There can be no doubt, in my opinion. That's a penalty. The referee gets that one right.
And Celtic have got players around Hugh Dallas, some of whom are already on the yellow card in this game. And the referee just reached for the pocket to fend them off, really.
Well, somebody's in trouble, Matt. He's looking to call someone over. I'm not sure who.
And no one's going. And Gascoigne has to wait. It's McNamara who shows the number 4.
Well, here's nerve for the penalty taker. He's had to wait quite a time.
Well, a man for the big stage, and this is a very big moment. More delaying from Di Canio, who was trying the referee's patience sorely. Gascoigne just settles himself down by respotting the ball. 20 minutes to go. Gascoigne steps up. And Kerr has saved a Paul Gascoigne penalty in his first Old Firm game. And he's kept Celtic alive again.
Well, I said right at the beginning, these are games to remember. And this young man will remember that. That's not the best penalty kick Paul Gascoigne will ever take in his life. It's too near to Kerr. It goes the right way, and the young goalkeeper gets his reward.
The goalkeeper who gave away the penalty has made up for his mistake, but he's in the firing line again, and this is Alberts, clean in.
What an opportunity. What an opportunity. Celtic were all over the place. Watch this, trying to play offside. I mean, McKinley's what, 3-4 yards? I think it's Tosh McKinley behind everyone else. Is it Tom Boyd? But he does get back in close enough to put Alberts off. Has it tied, Tom, for Celtic?
Tommy Burns living on the brink, but Celtic haven't toppled over it yet. Cadet hits Goff. Run back by Donnelly. It was McInnes who dwelt. Di Canio, deflection, and Gorham is equal to it.
Well, they can nearly commit suicide. Young McInnes, I think it was, trying to play a ball in here. And Celtic get the break. Once again, one or two bodies. Bjorklund, I think, who got the block on it, took the pace off the shot. But what a 20 minutes we've got in store now. That penalty might well have killed off Celtic, made the game safe. It's done the complete opposite. The crowd are up, the players have had a lift. Now Rangers have got to dig deep now to protect this lead.
But dare we ask the question as to why Kerr wasn't sent off in bringing Laudrup down?
Well, he was going away from goal, Laudrup, Martin, and well, I'm never an advocate of players being sent off in that situation.
Well, he stayed on, and made a name for himself, 22-year-old Stuart Kerr.
Well, I don't know whether something's happened, Martin, but the linesman's calling over the referee to him. Now, whether someone said something, I don't know. We'll see in a couple of minutes.
Maybe problems down at dugout level here. Referee having a word with the fourth official, Kenny Clark, and with Tommy Burns as well. Now Tommy Burns has left the bench. Now whether that's to pass on a message of a security nature or whether he's actually been ordered from the bench.
I think he's been ordered from the bench.
Confirmation. Van Hooijdonk.
You don't honestly think Tommy Burns would have disappeared up the tunnel to deliver a security message, Mark, do you?
I would have doubted it in these circumstances.
I'm telling you, wouldn't.
That's offside.
That one's slightly easier. Bjorkland almost caused a problem by dropping deeper than his two centre-backs. You watch it here as Cadet makes the run. The ball's played. You can see well offside, 2 or 3 yards in it.
Tommy Burns is back upstairs.
Well, it's been a magnificent event, this match so far.
Grant. Celtic, would you feel have been killed off by the penalty? Here they come with McNamara. Van Hooijdonk, McNamara again. And Robertson was actually trying to do more than just get it forward then, trying to pick out Alberts, but the ball had gone out of play. Di Canio. Rangers not happy about the award of the free kick. Di Canio has got it nonetheless as we move towards the final 15 minutes. Celtic still striving for the breakthrough. And Goff making sure that Stubbs can't supply it. Little exchange of views there between the two captains. Tosh McKinley will take the Celtic corner. That's Cadet, who's very good in the air. They regard him in Portugal as the best attacker in the aerial situations that the country's got. Not that time for Celtic. Now stops. Di Canio. Robertson certainly got a piece of the ball. And all Celtic get is a throw. Di Canio left limping. Just a spectator as McNamara tried to play in the cross. Donnelly dogged by Derek McInnes. Who actually signed for Rangers a year ago today from Morton, but McInnes, trying to play from the back, got his side in trouble.
Well, I can't believe the young lad's trying to do that. I mean, there, you're 1-0 up, you're under pressure constantly, and you're trying to flick balls and play little balls. You get your foot behind it, you clear your lines, you get your defender settled. You don't invite unnecessary pressure like this.
Di Canio doing some stretches, still hoping to get back into the game, and it's He rather gingerly who gets across to the ball here. Corner conceded by Moore. More pressure on the Rangers goal. It's Canio.
Well, nothing wrong with the strike. It was hit fiercely enough, and going through as many bodies, a deflection of any of them, gonna give and go to my problem.
Rangers are going to make a change, and Derek McInnes, who is in danger of embarrassing his own team on a couple of occasions over the last 5 minutes or so, with, I suppose, a fault on the right side, trying to pass it from right on the edge of his own penalty area, but he comes off. Peter van Vossen, the Dutchman, comes on with a message for Gascoigne in particular. He might just drop a little deeper into midfield. Van Vossen to play up front with Laudrup.
This might help Celtic, Martin, if Van Vossen does take that position and keep it.
Moore. Here is Laudrup. Gascoigne fouled by Weghorst. Free kick taken from the wrong place by Moore.
Imagine what it's like to referee.
I was just thinking that. But to his credit, Hugh Dallas, although the game has got to boiling point on a number of occasions, it's never really boiled over and got totally out of hand, and he must take credit for that. Van Vossen was sure that it should have been a corner.
Well, it was a corner. We had a perfect view of that, didn't we? And every viewer at home would have seen that.
McNamara. Well, possession maybe 9/10 of the law, but it doesn't win you football matches. And Celtic still looking for a breakthrough. I mean, losing at home to Rangers is bad enough, but to lose the leadership of the league, they've had it for, what, 12 days? And some of their fans have just been sitting and staring at the table. They've enjoyed it so much. Unless Celtic get a goal, they won't enjoy looking at it tomorrow morning. McNamara. Ooh. Well, that sums it all up. And Albert can wrap it all up. He's leaving Boyd, who then stretched and played the ball.
That was an absolutely magnificent tackle from Tom Boyd.